Welcome to our Fundamentals of Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 video course. In this series of videos, we're going to learn the basics of creating a simple professional presentation with Microsoft PowerPoint 2010. If you're using PowerPoint 2007, these videos will also be helpful to you, but much earlier versions of PowerPoint will be significantly different. You're going to see here I've started up Microsoft PowerPoint, and this is going to be the way your window appears when you initially start the application. And we have several areas here. Up at the top you have your controls, and the controls are basically divided into two areas. We've got our quick launch toolbar right up here at the top, and we also have our ribbon down here below that quick launch. The ribbon is where you're going to access most of the different commands that you work with in Microsoft PowerPoint, and we'll be going through these tabs as we go through this series of videos. For right now, you'll know that just by clicking on one of the tabs, it will bring you to that particular set of commands. So for example, the Review tab holds the reviewing options, and the Home tab holds your most frequently used commands. And again, we'll be going through these different tabs in different videos, and you'll see how they work. Then down below the ribbon, you have your main workspace. Your main workspace is divided up into three areas. Obviously, you have your slide area right here, where your PowerPoint slides are going to appear and where you can edit them. To the left of that is the slide navigation panel. And there's actually a couple of views that you can use here. You can use the slide thumbnail view or the outline view. Now right now the outline view you can't see much because we don't have any content on these slides, but we'll see later how that might be helpful to you. And I'm going to go back to slides. And then you're going to see down here at the bottom of your slide window, there's a section for notes. And these could be audience notes, they could be speakers notes, whatever you want to place there. And they could also be the notes for the captioning, if you're going to do captioning for a PowerPoint video. So you're going to see here that PowerPoint, when it initially started up, created a new blank slideshow for me. And it placed one slide in that show. I can insert new slides into the show simply by clicking the New Slide button right here. Now every slide inside of PowerPoint is going to have sort of three different layers to it. The very back layer of the slide is your background. And right now this is just a plain white background for my slide. But then on the top of the background you're going to see something called the layout. And these two boxes here are examples of layout items. Layout items allow you to contain the third item that you place on a PowerPoint slide, and that's content. So your background of your slide obviously forms the background. The layout holds the different kinds of content that you're going to place on that particular slide, be it text, images, a table, whatever you wish to place there. If you don't have a box to hold that particular content in your layout, and let's say you paste something in, PowerPoint will automatically create that kind of a box for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave my background alone for right now, but I am going to add some content to this slide. So I'm going to click where it says click to add title, and I'm going to type my first presentation. And then I'm going to go ahead and type some information down here for the subtitle. Go ahead and do John Smith. And then we'll go ahead and do the date. So there I go. I've created my first presentation and added content to my first slide in my presentation. Now, if you want to insert a new slide, again, you just come right up here and you choose the New Slide button. But I want you to notice something. As I highlight this button, you're going to see that there's sort of a dividing line that's separating the top of the button from the bottom of the button. You're also going to notice that there's a little drop-down arrow there. If I click the bottom half of this button, I'm going to get a menu with some options for the different kinds of layouts that I can place on the new slide. The first slide obviously had the title slide layout. But let's say this next slide, I want to have the title and content layout. If I click that layout, a new slide is created, and this layout is placed on the slide. So I'll go ahead and click where it says click to add title, and I'm going to go ahead and type learning objectives. And then I'm going to click down here where it says click to add text. Now this slide is by default going to give you a bulleted list. So I'm going to go ahead and type PowerPoint basics here. And you're going to see you have spell check just like you do in Microsoft Word. That's got a red underline on it. So I can right click on it and I can select a different spelling. I'll go ahead and choose PowerPoint here. And you'll see in that case it wasn't really a spelling mistake, it was capitalization error. And then I'm going to go ahead and type working with layouts. And then we'll go ahead and type working with content. Now, if I want to indent my bulleted list in, that's easy to do. All I have to do is press the Tab key before I start typing. And you're going to see it indented me in and gave me a different bullet style. So I can go ahead and type bulleted lists here, tables, images. And I'll hit enter again. If I want to move back out to my main bullet points, what you're going to do is you're going to hold the Shift key down on your keyboard, and while you have Shift held down, you're going to press Tab. And then I can go ahead and type transitions and build effects. And I'll hit enter one more time, and our final topic will be setting up your slideshow. So there I go. I've got a nice bulleted list on this slide. And again, I was able to insert a new slide by clicking on this drop-down arrow here and choosing the layout that I wanted. If I want to insert a new slide and use whatever the default or last used layout would be, all I have to do is click the top part of the button and you're going to see a new slide is just automatically inserted after whatever slide I was on. And it has the last layout. And so I could click here and type click where it says click to add title, and I could type more information. And then I could click where it says click to add text, and I could type bullet point 1, bullet point 2, 3. Remember that tab. I can tab in and get a different bullet style. I can even tab in again, and I'll get yet another bullet. And whenever you want to go back out, you just simply hold the Shift key down and press Tab. And you'll see that brought me out to that level. I hit it again, and it brings me out to this level. Now, you're going to see over here in my slide thumbnail view the 3 slides that I've actually created. And I can navigate through those slides just simply by clicking on the item. You'll also see it gives you sort of a preview of the information that's there. If you come up here to the Outline tab, you're going to see the same sort of tool, only in outline form instead of having them as slide visuals. I'll come here and change something in my first presentation. I'm going to go ahead and click after John Smith, and I'm going to go ahead and type -trainer. And you're going to see that that change also was added to the slide. So you can edit your text over here, and this is probably the main reason why people end up coming into outline view, is they just want to work with their text really quick, and they don't want to have to navigate from slide to slide. But however you use these 2 navigation tools is fine. It's whichever works the best, whatever works the best for you.